Hello, this is Barry Anderson from the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room. It is Wednesday, May the 27th. This is the address to get into our room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Quite a few trades to get to today, so let's get right into it. CBLI was an early trade. Actually, if you watched the video yesterday, you know that I said that if it could close over my over 3 and close to my buy price, that I was going to keep the stock. And that is what it is. I got to just find it. Just one second, please. Sorry about that. So here is yesterday. Here was my buy yesterday at 3:30. I took some off up in this area, and I basically said that if it could hold over 3 and close to my buy level, that I would hold the stock for a swing, and that's what I did. And you can see in the post market, it really took off. It got up to 365. But was much better even in the when I woke up this morning. It was up in this area here, got as high as $4, and I exited at 375. So from my 330 buy yesterday, I exited at 375, and unfortunately, really didn't do very much after that. But it was definitely a nice way to start off the day. Now the next one was one that I traded a few days ago, and this is this SPHS. And I had said, actually, we'd seen this in the pre-market that it had some activity in the pre-market. Here we go, taking a look right here, and it was over $1. And I'd said that if it could get over $1.18, that I would have a go at it. And the reason for that, if you take a look at the daily chart, bring up the daily on it, and you can see here. I just got to move this over one second, and you can see right here, this is the day that I traded it. It was 117. That was the high. So I said if it could get over, actually I probably said 117. So I had my charting platform. I had my alert all set. I think I'd had it for 118, and I was able to get it at 121. Let me bring back the 5-minute candles. So was in at 121. Immediately took off, took some out here at 133, and then took some off the rest here at 145. He just couldn't sustain it, and now I really don't know what's going on with it. It doesn't really matter. Again, I'm a day trader, so these quick pops were really good for me. The other one, say CBLI and SPHS, were really good. The other one, another early trade. Again, I don't tend to take trades this early, but again, another one that we saw in the pre-market. Here's where it closed yesterday at 296, and you can see in the pre-market it was just under $4. So this was one obviously that we had to watch. And I'd said that if it could get over $4, that I would take the trade. Now, unfortunately, it got a little bit more than $4 than I wanted. What I really wanted was maybe in this area here, but I was able to get some here at 417, and again sold some at 450 and at 440, and again another one that really didn't hold it. It's now just sitting a little over $4. Actually dipped below $4 at one point, and so it didn't really hold it. I might have to do this. This is sort of, there we go. Maybe shrink it down a little bit. I don't have to have it so elongated. Another great one. This was a series of really good trades today. Only one losing one so far. Say an hour and a half left in the market. But now SEER came from the, let me just bring it in here, the 30-minute opening break, 30-minute opening range break at 270, right at 10 o'clock at 270. So it happened right at 10 o'clock. And so the alert happened right there. Took the trade. Now, a lot of times I don't take the trade right off the bat, but it was, I thought I was far enough away for a cheap one, far enough away from the whole number that even if it got stuck at the whole number, there was still maybe 20, 25 cents or 20 cents in it. And on a cheap one, I'll take that risk. So I took the trade right here at 281, but look what happened. I mean, in this next candle, it got up to 357. I was not able to get out, unfortunately, anywhere down there. I sold some here at 315, and then the balance at $3. And now it has popped back up. It did pop back up to 397. I kind of missed all this. There's a lot going on for me in the room. We have some new guys, and trying to help them out. Emails to answer. So I just really, sometimes it's so difficult to keep track of everything. Now ACHC. This turned into be another great trade. ACHC, actually, it was funny because If you see here, this is this run alert, which was gold a few weeks ago, but I really haven't had very many of them in the last little while, and the ones that I have had didn't really work that well. So you see at 7312 ACHC, so 7312. 73, whoops, 7312. So sorry, there would have been the first alert right here. And you notice how it came back down. So I had put a broker alert, when I say that, in this trading platform, I'd had an alert for it at 73, what was it, at 7312, actually probably about 7320, no, about 7320. I wanted it to break above kind of this area, but I missed it again. Or it went too fast. I can't really remember why I missed it, but it did go too fast. However, look what happened. It actually popped up on the 30-minute opening range break at 73.52. So, I thought, well, okay, I like this little pattern, little pullback, and then the pop. Tried to sell off and then came back up. So I took the trade right here at 73.69, and within 10 minutes, 74.72. So from 73.69 to 74.72, so a little over $1 a share right there. And then when it pulled back down, I sold the rest before it broke above 74. So even so, I did miss it on the original alert. Would have been great to have taken it here, but on the 30-minute opening range break, I was able to scoop some up. And let's see, VBLT, right? Another one that worked out okay. This is a tough one. Now, this happens to be our trade of the week. And, a lot of people have like a misunderstanding what this trade of the week is. I mean, they look at yesterday, and let's just bring up yesterday. And they see this big pop and they say, well, heck, why didn't you announce it here or here? I mean, this was the time to buy. Well, of course. But what we're looking for on a trade of the week is something that may have it's not a day trade. Now, I happen to day trade it today, but even myself, if it breaks over $8, you see how yesterday it got to 805. If it breaks over $8 again with some good volume and some looks like it has some sustainability. I mean, look at this gap it's got to fill. I mean, we're talking 14, even at the bottom here at 12. That's what the trade of the week is really all about. That it gives you an opportunity to perhaps capitalize on something that is just beginning a move. So yes, you missed this first move, but in theory, this could be a multi-dollar move down the road. Now, does it always work? Of course not. But I mean, this is the theory behind it. So don't get when I see people say, well, why didn't you tell it us right now, right here? Well, it hadn't made this move yet. It hadn't got rid of all this. Okay, so and it may pull back right down to here, and therefore it would be a busted trade. But what I would be doing is waiting for it to break 8 anyway. I wouldn't be taking it in here except for a day trade, which I did today because the trusty old right here, VBLT at 699, the 30-minute opening range break. This is now. Some people ask me, why do I have two of them? This was the original one, and this is in theory the more optimized one. But I like to have them both. The original one still gives me some decent looks, so I like to have them both. And it's not like we get a lot. I mean, how many have I had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, only 10 alerts for the day. Okay, so it's not like I'm inundated with alerts. So that's why I don't mind having them both. So let's see, where is it? VBLT at 699. So here's what happened though. 699. So the alert would have been the first time would have been right here. Okay, and it came right back down, pulled back down, and I said to everybody, put an alert at $7 over the $7 range, because if it comes back, you never know what's going to happen. So that's what it did. Now you see, it kind of shook us out here. I didn't get into it here. It popped up and came right back down, and then fell all the way back down to 690. Well, all the way back down to 694 before recovering to 708. So, at that point I said, okay, the worst I'm going to do is I'm going to take maybe, well, probably I was going to put my stop right here, about 692 if I got in a little over 7. Now, it was a little bit later than I wanted. I got in at 7:15, but look what happened. I mean, I was able to get out at 7:76 and 7:43. And now it doesn't really know what it wants to do right now. I have to admit, it's just sort of meandering all over the place. But right here, an excellent time to get in, ride it up. What did it get to? 794, so it didn't break 8 again. I have an alert on my platform, so if it breaks 8, I will probably take the trade depending on the pattern. Okay. And the last one, which did not work, and I don't have it written down. Just one second. Yeah, this one gave us fits because the second time through, it looked like it should have worked. And again, it was on the 30-minute opening range break. Do they all work? No. Okay, if you're looking for a magic bullet that every single strategy or every single alert in a strategy works, it's just not going to happen. But in this particular case, so 29.92 was the alert. Now, I would never take the trade at 29.92. I'd always wait for it to go through 30, through that whole number. It's just too close. Too many people are waiting for the same thing. So you see what happened right here. It kind of popped over, but here the bid never got above a 30. So watched it pull back down to 29.75. And finally, here, right there at 30.05, I took the trade because the bid actually was over a 30. I think it was like 30.02 or something like that. Took the trade, but just got whipped out again and got out at, this should be over here actually, at 29.95 right here. And, it's still looking like it wants to go up. I won't give up on it totally. There's a part of me that says just forget about it, but I won't give up on it totally. Now, here is one that I missed and really bugged me. This was on our, let's see, CLSS. No, I have to find it first. Just one second. All right, this came on the Gap and Go, and we haven't had very many of them. I only had one today, as you can see, but what a find it was. 39.60 for CLLS. Let me just type it in, CLLS, 39.60. So 39.60 is right about here, okay? 39.60, so receive the alert here. It went back down to 39.53, and I flat out just missed it. I always tell people just put an alert in, like a brokerage alert when it pops. And it popped through here, and actually I saw it right here, and I thought, well, that's too bad. I missed it. It was at 40.20. Look what it did. 40.20. These are 5-minute candles. 40.20 all the way to 41.95, almost $1 without a pause. Certainly could have sold, I would have probably sold some here, kept the rest, and then look at this, 43.53. It really broke my heart for not taking this one. I mean, there's just opportunities like this are fabulous. But you know what? There'll be another one tomorrow. There'll be another one the day after. This is the beauty of some of these strategies is that everybody says the summer is slow, and of course I'm not going to try to say that the summer isn't slow, but a lot of times what they're talking about is Apple doesn't trade or Facebook doesn't trade or the big guys don't trade. But with trade ideas, we can always seem to find these smaller ones that kind of fly under the radar. And I'm not saying we'll get a huge number of alerts every day in the middle of summer when people are really off, but we always see. I've never in the 5 years I think I've been with Trade Ideas or using their program, I've never really noticed a significant decline in the summer. Certainly there have been some slower days, but I wouldn't say, well, here's like weeks. Certainly not like that at all. And you just have to be patient, be patient on the alerts, read the patterns. I don't generally jump in right away just because it's an alert. I like to take a look at the pattern, check resistance on the daily and the weekly just as a last check, and then make my decision. Anyway, that's it. I say a great day. If you're sitting on the sidelines, by the way, and you're seeing these videos and you're not in the room, I don't know why you're not. You don't have to log in if you don't. You can just participate. But, we do have or participate in terms of watching, and, we're trying to show you how Trade Ideas works. For instance, we have a webinar today, or I call it more like it's a question and answer period. There's one every Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern time, and you have to sign up for it. But it's no big deal. You just sign up for it, and just we go over some of the things, some of the features of trade ideas. It's geared for people that don't have it, but plus people that do have it. Brad Williams, he's just like got a wealth of knowledge about trade ideas. He should. I mean, he's one of the founders, so he should. But he explains it in a great way, and Dan's usually there too, answering questions. So I mean, it's just a great time. I learn a lot, even though I've had the product for 5 years. I really enjoy that question and answer period. All right, let me just bring back the cover page again. Here's the address to get into our room, and you can log in with a Facebook or Twitter account. And I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.